Today we're looking at the Chefs based on the 2023 Kansas City Chiefs. They feature a West Coast offense and a good 4-3 defense with a legendary quarterback and a surprisingly great pass defense. They've got 4 special rules, 3 of them are good and 1 of them is bad. Mahomes Magic, roll coverage, clutch kicker, all of those are good, and suspect receivers is a poison pill. That one's bad. The Chefs feature 3 different offensive formations. Ace big is their run heavy, slot form is their balanced formation, and gun tray is their pass heavy. On defense, the Chefs feature 3 formations. 4-3 is their run heavy, nickel is their balanced formation, and dime is their pass heavy. The Chefs feature 4 special rules. Let's start with the Mahomes Magic, which only happens on offensive pass, and it allows them to either scramble for run yardage or to buy time to complete a deeper pass. Mahomes Magic runs on a currency of these yellow tokens. These yellow tokens are earned anytime the Chefs cross a milestone. Those milestones include the 20, the 50, the opposite 20, and the opposing goal line. So anytime they cross one of those, they would simply pick up one of these tokens and power their economy. The QB Scramble costs 2, and it converts a pass play into a half-value run play. Let's pick up the action now in the first quarter. It's 3rd down and 3 from the 35 for the Chefs, and they've come out in a gun tray versus dime. The plays here are medium pass of 7 versus a dime zone of 5. 7 on 5 is a gain of 2, and that's not quite going to get it. They need 3, so they would need some help from the game day deck. But one way that they could actually guarantee this is through the QB Scramble. So in this situation, we can convert this pass play into a half-value run play and resolve it against the run defense. We see that we have a pass play of 7. Half of 7 is 3.5, but we round up, so it actually becomes 4. 7 on 5 would be a gain of 2 for the pass, but 4 as a run versus 0 would be a gain of 4, and that would be enough for a first down. So they are going to spend these 2 tokens to turn this into a run, and now it is a matchup of 4 on 0. We'll pull the game day card, and that's an offense pass that has no impact on the run, so they are going to get the full 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's a 20-yard run from Patrick Mahomes to guarantee a first down. Let's fast forward to the action to the second quarter. It's now 3rd down and 4 for the Chefs from their opponent's 45. They need 5 lines to get this first down, so they may actually be looking to set up a field goal. They've come out in gun tray, which is a medium pass, versus nickel press. So this is a 7 on 4, which is a gain of 3. They need some help from the game day deck to get the first down. And it turns out that they have heard the footsteps. This play is actually equal to 0. So instead of getting the 3, which would have put them at the 30, which is good field goal position, they get nothing. However, it is a good opportunity to use the buy time mechanism. They can ignore this game day card and draw 2 new ones instead. That costs 3 tokens, so we see that they do have 3 tokens. They'll go ahead and spend them all at once because it costs 3. And now that allows them to ignore this game day card, didn't happen, and instead pull 2 new game day cards and choose the one that they would rather use. And so we have 2 good ones. This one has no impact, but this one, perfect route, actually would add 1 to the end of the play. So not only are we preserving the completion of 3, but we're actually going to get 1 more. 1, 2, 3 for the matchup, 1 for the card, and now it's 4th and 1. This is a very interesting situation. Depending on how much time's left in the clock, they could either go for it or they could kick a very makeable field goal. Before we leave the offense, let's look at the bottom mechanism on this card. It is the poison pill negative modifier called suspect receivers. This is an opponent's decision. Once per drive, they get to spend their little red token to force the Chefs to have a low accuracy pass. This is before the game day draw. Here it is 4th and 1, and the Chefs have decided to go for it. Instead of kick the field goal, they've come out in a gun tray short pass versus a dime man-to-man. And so in this situation, this minimum gain of 1 should carry the day and get them the first down. However, the Lightning have this token that was given to them by the Chefs. Every opponent that the Chefs play has this little red token, and that red token is a token that can cause this suspect receivers. They're going to use it here and make sure that this play is now considered low accuracy. So it still has the minimum gain of 1, but they'll need green text in order to complete this pass. They pull the game day card, and it is red text. Unfortunately, that is going to be incomplete, and no challenge flag can change that. This is just the receiver flat out dropped the ball. Let's take a look at the roll coverage. Once per drive before the game day card, they can move up to 2 value from a run to the pass column. Let's take a look at how this works. It's third down now for the Lightning. They have the ball at their own 30. It's third and 4. And what they're looking at here is a long pass versus a zone. Right now this is 7 on 4. It would be a gain of 3, and it needs green text in order to be complete. Still going to come up a little short, but the chefs here may actually want to hedge their bet and say, hey, we don't want to take the risk of them catching this for 3. We want to actually move 2 value from the run down to the pass. That would turn this play effectively into a 0-6, and 7 on 6 would be only a gain of 1, and that's what they're going to do. So they're going to use their roll coverage to assert, okay, this play is now a 0-6, so the most that this play can get just on the matchup is 1, and they need green text to get it. Okay, so they got the green text, so that pass is complete, but instead of a 7 on 4 for a gain of 3, it's a 7 on 6, a gain of only 1, and now fourth down. This is important because if the ball were here, if they'd gotten that full value, maybe they think about going for it on fourth down, but because they're back here, probably a punting situation. One last situation to look at is the clutch kicker. In this situation, you would not draw a game day card. You simply get a free value of 8, and that is the result of the kick. Here's a good example of when that might be super duper helpful. We have late in the fourth quarter. The game is tied at 13, and the Chefs have the ball fourth down at the opponent's 40. This is a 57-yard field goal. It's a distance of 8, and this is only 20% to complete this under normal circumstances with the game day deck. However, the Chefs have the ability to simply say, I'll take an 8, and this becomes a completed field goal. They don't even have to draw a game day card. They just take their 8, and they are now up 16-13. The Chefs feature a legendary quarterback, a great pass defense, but their weaknesses are an average run offense and run defense. The suspect wide receivers mechanism that we showed does come into play on occasion, especially if you've got a high value down that is susceptible to low accuracy passing. So the Chefs really do need to use their Mahomes Magic to make the ball move down the field. Their playbook is good, but the Mahomes Magic really makes it shine, and it's the kind of team that can really take the initiative late in the game when they've earned enough tokens, and Mahomes can drive them down the field almost at will.